Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, before we do start, let us be crystal clear on a few things. In the last part, a number of things have happened. Number 1, Deku found himself on Boa Hancock's personal island. Number 2, Deku ran into a fucking warlord, so that's not good. Number 3, he tried to play nice and play by their rules. But whenever he snuck out one night, something happened, which leads us to number 4. Deku, he ran into Boa Hancock by falling through the ceiling of her personal bathhouse, and she was quite annoyed. Deku saw the symbol on her back, and she was angry by this. Deku, however, tried to leave, but not before he was struck by her powers, and she found that they don't work on Izuku Midoriya, and this was kind of concerning to her. Her powers have the ability to do something insane. Because of her beauty and because of her charm, she can turn anybody who admires her, loves her, or lusts after her to stone. But Deku is immune to that, and it does somewhat surprise her. Now, before she can use any other abilities on Deku, he left and went back to his cell, where Boa found him the next morning. He tried to plead ignorant to the symbol he saw on her back, but she knows he saw it. She knows he knows it's there, and she sentenced him to trial by combat. Now, Deku, currently he does stand there in the arena, and he's a lot more surprised. He does stand in an arena where, on the outside of it, the perimeter, there is a drop, and then there are people in the stands cheering on the Hancock sister, who he's going to be fighting. Now, Deku doesn't turn his head, him watching Boa as she currently is outlining the rules. They must stay inside the ring, and they are allowed to use any attacks in their arsenal. There is no holding back, and this match will go on until one of them can no longer continue. And that does mean quite a number of things. Killing is allowed, and that does mean a number of things. Though, leaving the opponent alive is only optional. And Deku doesn't turn his head. Him going to see Toru sitting there in the stands. Her right now dressed in warrior attire. Air quotes. They gave her a bikini. Anyways, now, with that being said, currently Deku, he does go to stand there, turning his head back. Watching as the Hancock sister in the ring with him, she does start to grow in size. And Deku, he starts to understand. She is Boa's sister, and they all have devil fruits. What fun. Though his abilities and her abilities, he has more speed. He always has a speed advantage. However, she has size, and that's certainly annoying, especially given the limited movement. Though, getting outside the ring is going to be difficult. Getting her to go down. Taking her down might be easy. Though, playing fair. If he fights dirty, then... Oh, God. Okay. He's going to try and make this quick. Right now, Boa going to bring her hand up, shouting for all of them to begin. Now, currently the Boa sister does at least try and swing out her tail, making it full of hockey. And Deku, he is going to blitz up into the air. Right now, him going to float there as he does bring his hands down, blasting her with beams of light as she actually is struck by them. Everyone alarmed because Deku, he moved fast. And right now, Deku does at least going to float there in the air. Her going to throw out her hair as he's trying to attack him. And Deku's quite surprised. Right now, him going to bring up his left arm, as whenever he does it covered in hockey, a giant snake made of hair just smash Ricky onto it. The other snakes trying to grab onto Deku and force him down to the ground. And Deku, the moment he does it land, he actually does throw down his leg, covering it in hockey, smashing it down to the ring. I'm going to stop, as Deku does turn himself into light and rush forwards. Him bring out his fist and smashing her directly in the gut. Her went out a lot more alarmed because Deku used a lot of force. Her going to slide backwards as she does bring her massive arms down, grabbing into the ring. Her not wanting to leave. Now, she actually has to throw her tail down into the pit, swinging it upwards and smashing it down into the ring. As Deku, he currently is going to try to stay there. Her going to actually throw her hair to attack, as Deku, he actually does somewhat dodge out to the way of two attacks. One heading for his face, I'm going to dodge, and then one trying to head for his leg. Him throwing his leg upwards into the air as he's going to grab onto one of the snakes. Her trying to pull it backwards as Deku does a fly up into the air and bring back his left fist. Him right now is going to fly towards her as he decides to accelerate his fist more. I'm going to clock her across the jaw as she actually is surprised. And Deku, he does at least get armor up his right arm. Him bring it upwards and smash her Doki down into the head. Before, there actually is a sneaks to come flying backwards and trying to attack him. Deku actually going to turn his body into light, shooting himself backwards up into the air. And Deku's going to bring up his hands again, blasting out towards her as she actually swing up her tail, making it full of hockey. Deku going to turn as right now he just tried to go intangible, before he does see the aura and gets smashed across the body with it. Him being sent flying through the air as right now he's going to turn. Him going to turn his body back into light and shoot back down into the ring. Deku currently going to slide as he does look back up. Him still going to smile, bring his fist out, blasting out light towards her. And this time the beam that is going to strike her actually just hurt her quite a bit. Her being struck directly in the shoulder as she doesn't scream out in pain. And everyone is to watch. Her going to turn, watching as that broke through her armor made of hockey. And she's quite annoyed, as Deku does bring up his hands, expressing to her, this really isn't a very good match. She might have the size advantage, but he has speed and power. He's not trying to say that she's not formidable, though she definitely does not have the right opponent. In a physical confrontation, she is good, though he's just better. And Archie is also going to stare at Deku enraged. Many of the Amazons annoyed to hear him say that. As Archie is going to rush forwards, sweeping her tail out as her head is going to at least try and fly down towards Deku. And Deku's going to do one thing. He throws his hands down at the ring, blasting out into it as the ring starts to explode. Right now, her a lot more alarmed, bringing her arms to try and block from the attack. However, Deku, he immediately does disappear and reappear. Him being seen, as he does a throw out his leg, smashing into the back of the Hancock sister's head. Her flying down to the ring as her cage is going to fly upwards. And Deku, he doesn't see the same symbol on her back. Right now, her going to actually spin around and try and land on her back, going to actually try and throw out her hair to attack Izuku. And Deku, he actually is seen as right now there is one of the snakes to grab Doki into his side. And another one does grab into his shoulder. And Deku does something to float in the air. Her right now a lot more alarmed as Deku just stared Doki at her. Her a bit more annoyed since Deku, he is quite the little pest. Though she'll crush him. Right now her going to pull back her tail. And infusing with hockey. The tip of it about to be her spear. She's going to impale him. Make sure all of this is said and done and over with. And Deku, he doesn't open his eyes. And we're not going to blast out Conqueror's hockey as everyone in the stands, they do to feel it. Them, surprised, as you know Deku, he does go to actually look at many of them. Some of them are weakened by it. Some of them are trying to sit there and hold on. But the fact of the matter is, they didn't know they were dealing with a man that knew that power. And Bo does sit there quite alarmed. And somewhat impressed. No, why is she impressed? He's just a man who knows that power. Her going to stare at Deku. And another actually is Toru, who does look up towards Boa Hancock, who is somewhat shaking her head. Her a bit confused. Is she affected by Deku's hockey? Her going to turn back and see Deku, who right now is at a rush forwards, smashing his leg directly upwards into the Hancock sister's chin. Him going to actually get sent flying backwards as he's land on the ground. Him going to actually stand there as she actually is going to stare at Deku. Deku going to actually crack his neck as he's going to tell her. Well, that was quite interesting. Though, he actually is a lot more surprised though. She definitely is powerful. He will give her that. Bring up his hands again. And Aisha does stare at Deku, more annoyed than anything. And Deku, whenever she is trying to throw herself forward to attack, he does throw himself up into the air. Him reappearing right in front of her face and smashing both of his fists directly into her face. Him hitting her on the side of her head with hockey-infused arms. And she's a lot more surprised. We're going to throw her head backwards and scream, throwing herself forwards towards Izuku as Deku does throw down his hands, and she actually has to cover her entire body in hockey. Her slamming Deku down and smashing him into the ground. As for Deku, he blasted out his hands to attack her. Him striking her with the power of light, and the heat started to cause some flames. And around the Hancock sister was surprised. Her bringing up her tail and smashing onto the ring. As right now she is bleeding from her head. And Deku, he does actually still going to move out of the way, dodging out of the way and throwing up his hand, blasting her again with more hockey. Or more light, my bad. Now, Deku, he does cover his arm in hockey. Hammer now actually going to bring his hand up and grab her tail as she is pushing at him. And Deku, he is digging his feet into the ring. As he does, going to try and hold her back, but he is still sliding. And she actually is a lot more impressed. Deku going to actually bring his hand up and grab onto her tail. His hand covered in light as she starts to start feeling her skin burn. And right now she's going to throw it backwards and away from Deku. Going to set out a wild swing with it as her hair is going to try and smash into Deku, and Deku does a jump backwards and dodge. I'm going to stand there as right now they're actually ridiculous to watch her hair going to fly up. I'm a lot more surprised. The symbol on her back. I'm actually going to move through the air, and it's still going to actually strike her straight in the face. Deku's going to fly over her shoulder, bringing his hands up and going to emit light as there is, where he does blind everyone in the audience for a second. Then we're a lot more surprised. Deku would actually spin backwards and around, kicking her right in the back of the neck as she's going to fall onto the ground. And right now Boa, she saw the same thing happen. That cape on her sister's back was burning. And right now Deku, what he did was concerning. She saw a massive flash of light the moment she tried to worry about it. And the next second, there actually is Deku, who does something to sit there. Him sitting on her back as he actually bring up his legs. Him going to fold one over the other as the hair is right under Deku. Now, everyone they do is stare at Deku. Some booing at him, and others more annoyed that he took her down so quickly. And they're confused. Whatever that flash of light was, it blinded them. They couldn't see. And around Deku, he is getting boos from the audience. But there actually is Boa. Boa knows the way her sister would land, the way she would have moved if she fell. That is not how Deku found her. Deku moved her hair over the symbol. He knows what it must mean. And he's just sitting there. He's not patronizing them, but why did he cover it? Why the hell would he cover it? He doesn't know what it means, does he? If he does, then why is he not calling them out? Calling them lesser? Calling them slaves? And it does annoy her. Right now, we're going to stand up and yell for everybody that she will handle everything. Right now, the match has been deemed to be over, and she wants all of them to return to their post. She will deal with this personally. Now, currently Deku, he actually just won't stand up. Him going to look back down as he can't see the symbol. Him is going to step forwards as Boa's going to walk down. Right now, her sister going to actually step forwards and trying to ask Boa about what she may believe happened out there, since the cape was burned off. And Boa does turn to her sister, informing her that the man was not patronizing them. And she just won't stare at her sister confused, as they do go to recover her. Now, Deku is brought back to the palace, where Boa, currently she wanted to talk to him privately, and her sisters, yeah, one of them is joining them, and the other, they are currently resting because of the battle. And Deku actually is about a lot more concerned, especially since Boa Hancock, she wanted to talk to him personally. So, he's probably gonna die, right? He's gonna be killed or what? He won. So what next? Another battle? Another battle for his freedom? Shit. Okay, well, taking on Boa Hancock is iffy. Iffy at best. Though his entire left hand, disconnecting the joints is going to be a little annoying, but he knows that he did it before to escape handcuffs, so it'll definitely be an interesting thing. Huh. He's lucky he was taught that. Now, Deku does go to sit there, as right now Boa does to try and ask him, exactly why did he cover for her sister? You covered for her. Why is that? You must know what the symbol does mean, correct? They're going to look up. No, I don't. Boa confused. Then why? The other night you said you didn't want me to see that. You were angry. I could tell. Trust me. I was raised by a very kind woman. I know when something annoys people. I know how to talk to them. I've been through quite a bit of things myself. You have. So what do you think of slaves? What do I think of them? Yes. We're not going to step out and turn around. Bring her hand up and pulling her hair to the side. I think to see the symbol. 3 different arrows on the top and a larger one on the bottom. A circle right there on her back. It's been burned into her flesh. And Deku's gonna watch on. He thought it was a tattoo at first, but he sees it properly. He sees it clearly. And he does somewhat try to think about what that does mean. A slave symbol, marked as property. But who would do that? Oh. So you understand. I'm going to spin back around, asking, what exactly does he think of slaves? I think it's wrong. What is? I think it's wrong to own another person. You do. I do. So what do you think of me? What do you mean? You don't see me as lesser? Whenever I was a child, the Celestial Dragon took me and my sisters. They branded us with this. They're the reason we are who we are today. The Celestial Dragons, they took away our freedom. And then there's you. What exactly did you gain by trying to do that? Stop people from seeing. Stop people from knowing the truth. We're marked as property and seen as lesser. The moment these symbols are seen, people are seen as property. Why? That is how it is. The Celestial Dragons have the word of law. Their word is law. And you sing it, I can't allow you to. I don't care about the Celestial Dragons. Her staring up at Deku. And Deku's gonna tell her. Whenever he was impelled down, he was given a visit by one. Her was somewhat taken aback. He was visited by a Celestial Dragon. Why? The man killed my father. He offered me a chance at freedom. He offered me a chance to escape, but I knew I can get out of there on my own. He was waving the fucking key in my face like a goddamn dog biscuit. He wanted me to serve him, give up my own freedoms, and bow. He wanted me to just forget that he murdered my dad. He thought he can get away with it, but I don't want him to think that. I want to kill him. I want to make sure his life, the final moments, are a living hell. If I have to, I'll kill everyone I need to get there. He murdered my father. I'm not going to be someone's property. Especially whenever I know it would just be another form of hell. Now, what does this stare at Deku? The words he says strike true. All of them. Being made to serve somebody else. Being tortured. Being property. There was a day they were finally released. And she felt human again. She felt like a person for the first time in her life. Again. Though she had to run. These marks on her back, they will forever be there. Hidden. But the only person who ever saw, they didn't see her as property. They hate the Celestial Dragons. This isn't a trick. The expression on his face, the look, he's not lying. And Boa, her face is going to soften. Her going to turn and walk back into her tent, the one that's inside of her room, expressing to Izuku, what does he plan to do if she gives him leave of the island? What will he say to anyone he encounters? What do you mean? I ask you this question for a reason. I will grant one of 2 requests. You can leave with the devil fruit, or you may leave with your allies. Which is it? Really? Now, Boa, her face is somewhat going to smile. She feels like she got Deku. Deku, he said that he never really knew these people. In his statement, he talks about how they worked together and were able to take the man down. Though, She wants to see his true nature. She can put the two to death, or give Deku a chance to leave. Though, this is a trick. And Deku, he does currently to do one thing. He does but to fall to his knees, and bring his hands out. But we're gonna walk back out and somewhat smile, her face more shocked. As Deku, he's just gonna bow his head, telling her about how he would like him and his allies to leave. And Boa just sit there alarmed. They're gonna look back up, as Boa is gonna drop the dress in her hand. Now, Deku, he does gonna stare on, as he does gonna turn his face away. And Boa, she actually doesn't gonna stand there. Her sister, more surprised. As she's gonna walk forwards, her gonna bend down and bring her hands out, turning Deku's face back to her own. As Deku, he does look up and see the warlord in front of him. Shit. Okay, where's his hand? His hand, okay, hers gonna stand there. And Deku, he's still trying to figure out what to do. Since the blood in his brain doesn't seem to be working. Now, Deku, he currently does have Boa Hancock lean forward to kiss him, and he's more surprised by that. As Deku, he does look to stare at her. Her gonna pull her hands back and stand on her feet, spinning around and stepping forwards, trying to hide the shame on her face. As Boa, she's gonna walk back into that tent, expressing to Izuku, there are a number of things she needs done. He is honest. He is certainly different from any man she's ever met. She's only met one man like him before. And she has to say, she's happy to find someone out there like him. And Deku still doesn't want to sit there. Brain fried. No blood there. Now, Boa does express. Her going to step back out, dressed in some clothes. That she does have a job for him, if he's willing to. Huh? Right. I'm going to rise to his feet. Boa does going to express. She wants Izuku to deal with a problem of hers. Then she can give him back the devil fruit. However, upon his return, she wants evidence showing he solved it. Huh? What? I can point you in the right direction. You can. You're serious? Yes. I will tell you where me and my sisters were taken. In exchange, I wish for you to deal with the person attacking the Kuja warriors. Yes, fine. I'll make this deal. You will? Yes. But I need to contact my allies, if possible. Of course. Of course. Now, please leave. Right, No. What? We'll send a room for you. We'll set up a room for you in the palace. You will stay as a guest. And your friends. The man, is he anything like you? He saved me. He did. Yeah. He helped me out. Just, it was strange. I can vouch for him. Please, just release him from his cell. I will, of course. I'll send word ahead. You can go meet your friend. Degu's not smiling. I want to thank Boa and turn her run off. And currently Boa Hancock just to bring her hands up to her face, a bit more alarmed by what she just did. And currently her sister's a turn, trying to figure out exactly what the hell's going on. Since it does seem like her sister, she's gonna fall to the curse. Shit. Now, Deku does go see Todoroki. And Todoroki, he does currently sit there. Right now, him staring at the wall. And Deku, he does walk in. Him going to actually see Todoroki as he does go to... What are you doing? Huh? Oh, sorry, I do it to pass time. What are you doing? Just associating mostly. You want to come outside? Okay, so what happened exactly? Yeah, first let's get outside. You hungry? Yeah, yeah, I am. Though, can we go to the beach? Or somewhere with good food? Yeah, let's head back to the palace. The palace? What's going on there? Listen, I'll explain a lot more things later, but I figured it out. And you want to go hunt down a guy who's apparently causing problems for the people here when we get off the island? Yeah. Okay, I kind of have a bit of a list of things I wanted to do whenever I got out of prison. Can we do some of them? Sure, buddy. Sure. They're gonna walk over. And right now, after he does it, unlock the door. Todoroki does this stand up. Him gonna walk out. As right now he does something to stretch. And gonna run outside. They're going to chase after him, talking about how he needs to at least wait up for him. Now, the two, they do go outside. And the Kuja pirates, they're a lot more alarmed to see that Deku and Todoroki are walking free. Under Emperor or Empress Hancock's command. These two are not to be harmed. Because they are a special case that may help them. So that certainly is something else. Now, while that's all going on, we do currently have over with Momo Yaoyorozu, who is a lot more annoyed. She was waiting to hear anything from Mizuku, waiting to hear something else. And currently, her phone is going to ring. Her going to pick it up. Hello? Hey, Momo. Is that you, Mizuku? Where are you? Listen, it's a lot to explain. You're saying that now. Listen, there's a lot of shit going on. Where the hell have you been for the last couple... You've been missing from the prison for almost 2 weeks. Where the fuck have you been? 2 weeks? Uh, right, about that. It's a lot to explain. And I need you to meet me somewhere, okay? Where? Are you even in Japan? You're clearly at a phone, so where are you? Okay, so a number of things happen. I'll explain it to you, but I need a ride from someone, and I'll tell you where I land later, okay? Okay. Okay. Listen, Momo, we have a few things to do, and I kind of made a deal with Boa Hancock to get my devil fruit back. I'm sorry, did you just say you ran into Boa fucking Hancock? With a, you ran into a warlord? Yeah, but that's not the main problem right now. Okay, what is the main problem? I sort of made a deal because I lost the devil fruit to her. You lost them. How do you lose a devil fruit to a warlord? You kind of wash up on an island half dead, and they lock you in a jail cell and take it from you while you can't get it? Okay. Fine. I've already got everyone together, so just tell me where you are, and we'll find you. Right. Now, Deku does tell Momo where to meet, and everyone, they do try to head to the same location. And currently Deku, he is given a bit of a send-off by some of the Kuja pirates. As him and Todoroki, they set sail with some warriors, heading to a location to pick up the rest of Deku's crew. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.